Thank you for watching WISD TV and welcome to the Criminal Justice Classroom at University High School. I am so pleased to be joined by two very special guests today. This is Lori Palladino. She is the Criminal Justice Instructor here at UHS. And this is Justin Gonzales. And the reason we're here today, Justin is a former University Trojan who has since graduated, and now he has recently graduated from the McLennan Community College Police Academy. Pretty much a lifelong dream, I guess, because you've kind of had it on your mind to get into law enforcement and criminal justice for a long time. Talk about how long you have really been wanting to pursue this career.
Well, I've been looking to pursue this career since I was little, probably about 5, 6 years old. I can always remember watching TV, seeing a couple of uncles of mine that are police officers, a couple of lawyers and stuff in the family, and law enforcement. I've always looked forward to it.
Was it the excitement of seeing the TV shows or watching your next of kin do the police work?
It was a little of both. Just a combination of the two. They really excited me into the field.
Great. So you had the interest at age 5 or 6, and so you go through elementary school, and lo and behold, you get here at University High School and you have a chance to take some criminal justice courses. Talk about that, because it's my understanding you took advantage of that.
I did. I did all 4 years of high school. My first year was with Miss Palladino. She was an awesome teacher. She just helped me further my dream of becoming a cop, sending me on the right path I needed, and helping me out through the entire way.
Talk about some of the courses and what you remember most about some of the courses you took here and how it spurred your interest.
I just remember doing charts and maps of the criminal justice system and all the different population densities and the crime rate of all the different areas compared to Waco and all that.
Mm-hmm. Did studying things like that and getting knowledge of the criminal justice system help you as you entered the MCC Police Academy?
It did, because I felt like I had an understanding of a basic knowledge of what was going to be taught to me and how I could apply all that to the field.
Let's talk a little bit about the academy, because it is not easy at all. In fact, I understand that MCC is renowned for having one of the best academies in the state of Texas. Talk about some of the things you had to go through and how long it was, how many weeks it was.
It was about 5 months, 19 weeks exactly. Mm-hmm. I can count each day. All the different workouts and PTs with Stephen Beatty, our academy director. He's a tough guy. Is all the different classes we took, penal code, code of criminal procedures, family code, and all that we had to learn and so we can understand and take the TCLOS test, the state test at the end of the year.
Yeah, and MCC has a great record, I believe, for students who have taken the TCLOS examination. And I think your instructor there told you about the success rate.
Yes, he has, Steve Beatty. It was a 100% pass rate through TCLOS for last 14 academies. Every student that has taken it for the last 14 times has passed it the first time.
Talk about the camaraderie that you start developing with your classmates.
Lifelong friends now. We've known each other. We've worked together. We sweat together. We bled together. We sweat a lot together. We still are in contact with each other right now, and hopefully forever.
Now, you talked about the tough classes, because you have to know what you're doing when you pull somebody over, when you go into somebody's house, when you're chase down a suspect, or a lot of things like that. But also talk about the physicality, I guess, as they say in the NFL, because you guys had some strenuous tests out in the field.
We had PT every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Run a couple of miles every once in a while, a lot actually. I did a workout with one of the DPS guys up there, Andrew Hermes. Mm-hmm. A lot of people know him.
I guess after a workout like that, you tend to feel it the next morning or the next day or for the next several days. Is that right?
Yeah, I pulled my hamstring about a couple months ago. I'm just now getting over it right after the graduation.
Speaking of graduation, how did it feel the other night? I know we have some video of you as your name was called, and just talk a little bit about the pride that you had, that your family had as your name was called and you shook hands with Mr. Beatty and all of the other people.
I was really excited. It's been a lifelong dream of mine. I've just knowing that I graduated and knowing that I finally am now able to do what I've always wanted to do.
Very good. Well, I know your mother, and I know she's very, very proud of you, and we'll talk to you in just a moment. But first of all, we have another person, before we talk to Ms. Palladino, who really helped Justin along the way. His name is Steve Dietrich. He's with the Waco Police Department, and let's see what he had to say shortly after Justin graduated.
I've known Justin Gonzales, I guess, since he's been about 14 years old. He's a student at University High School. We're both University High School alumni, and he was in the law enforcement program at University High School. He's also a police explorer, and every Tuesday night he would come and visit us and go through the program. He's a great kid and a great young man now, I suppose. And I just wish him all the best in his career. He maintained focus and determination, and it paid off. And I wish him all the best.
Again, that was Steve Dietrich of the Waco Police Department, who served as a mentor for Justin and has for many other students here at University High School. Talk a little bit about Steve's involvement at UHS as well as the Waco Police Department.
Yes, we are most grateful for the Waco Police Department, Officer Dietrich and Officer Martinez. They've been Waco Police Department has been our partners in education for several years now, and they're an integral part of it, coming to guest speak and providing field trips for our students and assisting with Skills USA competitions and training, and also allowing our students to participate in the Junior Police Academy during the summer and also their Explorers Post. So we're always grateful for them and all that they do for our school and for our students.
I forgot to mention that Justin was also a police explorer, so he got that opportunity as well. And how good is it to have those people to lean on when you need a guest speaker to come into the criminal justice classroom and talk to these students here about people who know what they're talking about, who've been out in the police field for a long time.
Yes, it's a tremendous contribution to our program, and the kids literally sit on the edge of their seats when they're here, to hear that experience and hear those testimonies and those real world things that only they can bring to the program.
Well, how did it feel the other day when you learned that one of your former students was just about to graduate from a police academy? He had passed the TCLOS exam, and knowing that he used to be a student of yours a long time ago, or not too long ago.
I think it's one of those moments that every teacher waits for, and so I'm going into my 7th year of teaching, and it was just like a very proud moment. I felt like a proud parent, and, Justin was always an exemplary student and just one of those students every teacher wished they had and wished they could clone. And so I'm just so excited for him to see him living his dream. That's just amazing.
Well, Justin referenced being in classes over here, some with you, some with other teachers, but in the criminal justice program for 4 years. Talk about some of the classes that UHS offers in this field.
Well, currently we have the introductory course, which is the Principles of Law, Public Safety, Corrections and Security, and then we have a Court Systems and Practices class, a Law Enforcement 1 class, and then a Corrections class. So a student could take a course every year. And the beauty of taking these CT courses is that, it helps the students see the big picture, even the bigger picture. It keeps them focused and inspired and motivated, and it keeps them on task, I think.
And it's really important for people like Justin, who's now a police officer, to have that big picture view of law enforcement, not just the police department.
Absolutely, yes.
Very, very good. Any other thoughts as you head into another year? I know you have another group of students. I know you have your student court you're developing this year. About being a teacher here at UHS and seeing successful students like Justin.
Yeah, and Justin's story inspires me too, and it makes me even more motivated, to help those students who want to take the same path as Justin. And So I'm excited for him. I'm excited for our program, and I thank him for the contribution that he made to our program too.
Very good. Teacher Lori Palladino, we thank you as always for having us in your classroom. And I guess a final question for Justin now. You're in a job hunt right now, so talk about how that's going.
I got a couple applications out in Hewitt, Johnson County, a couple cities around Houston in the area. I'm just looking forward to working.
Well, I know that departments all over the state are always looking for qualified officers like you who have now passed the T-Close and really attended one of the premier police academies in the state. Do you want to stay around Waco and work? Would that be your preference, or does it matter to you where you go?
I'd love to stay around the Waco area because I know it. I grew up around the area. I just like the area.
Very good. Well, congratulations again for your graduation from the MCC Police Academy, and best wishes. And let's keep in touch. Let us know where you end up.
All right. Thank you.
Very good. Again, this is Justin Gonzales, a recent graduate of the MCC Police Academy. He is a graduate of University High School, and I'm also with Lori Palladino here at UHS, where there are learners today, leaders tomorrow, just like Justin Gonzales.